Aliens witness their first human warship and instantly regret it. Counselor Lurak, a tall, thin alien with greenish skin and multi-fingered hands, leaned over a viewing panel. She watched the approaching convoy of human ships and whispered to her aide, "These humans are weak. Look at the size of these patrol vessels. They are barely armed. They will surrender anything we demand." Security Chief Velen, a stocky alien with gray plating along his arms, snorted. "I told you, Lurak, humans build fragile things. They rely on diplomacy and hope no one attacks them. Their engineers have no understanding of war." He tapped the panel, highlighting the human vessels that glimmered softly in the distance. "Even their weapons are tiny. If we wanted, we could destroy the convoy in minutes." Lurak's eyes narrowed. "Let's not underestimate them too much. But yes, on paper, they are laughable." She turned toward the observation deck and watched as the humans moved carefully, maintaining formation. The aliens were convinced that the humans had no plan for real combat. Inside the largest human ship, Commander Alan Brooks observed the alien fleet through a reinforced view window. His ship was much larger than any of the visible human transports, but it was hidden behind an advanced sensor fog. The aliens could see only the convoy, small freighters carrying supplies for a distant mining colony. Alan did not smile, but his eyes were calm and focused. He knew humans were underestimated often, and he had a plan. His first officer, Lieutenant Claire Morgan, stood beside him. "Commander, the aliens are moving into firing range. They look confident." She pointed to the holographic display, where alien weapons glowed as they prepared to scan and threaten the human ships. Alan nodded. "Let them. Our mission is peaceful. We protect the convoy first, avoid confrontation if we can. Only if they fire will we respond. Remember that, Claire?" Claire hesitated. "But Commander, what if they attack civilians?" Alan's gaze did not move from the view window. "Then we respond. They will see what humans are capable of." The aliens continued their assessment. Counselor Lurak smiled as she noted the small size of the ships. "I will admit these freighters are not threatening. We will pressure them to hand over mining rights. They will comply without a fight." She tapped a command panel, signaling a smaller alien cruiser to move closer and issue a warning. The humans watched quietly. No alarms sounded, no engines flared. Alan's ship remained hidden like a shadow behind the convoy. The alien officers laughed at the lack of human response. The smaller cruiser projected a message toward the convoy. Its voice was mechanical but firm. "Humans, this sector belongs to the Council. You are ordered to halt and surrender control of nearby mineral fields. Compliance will avoid conflict." One of the human freighter pilots, a young woman named Emma Taylor, looked at Alan. "Commander, they are ordering surrender. What should I do?" Alan's lips curved slightly, though his expression remained calm. "Do not respond. Maintain formation and continue your mission. Nothing more." Claire frowned. "They may misinterpret that as defiance. They may fire." Alan's eyes were steady. "Let them. We are ready." The alien council watched in surprise as the convoy moved without hesitation. Lurak frowned. "They do not obey. How strange. They are not showing fear." "Strange indeed," Velen replied, "but harmless. They are unarmed in reality. Their escorts are too small to matter, nothing to fear." Hours passed. The aliens attempted to intimidate the humans with light weapon scans and short-range warnings. Each time the human convoy moved calmly, and the hidden warship adjusted silently in the shadows, unseen. Finally, Counselor Lurak grew impatient. "Show them our strength," she commanded. "Bring our heavy cruiser forward. Let them know who controls this system." The human freighters did not react. Inside the hidden warship, Alan and Claire exchanged a brief glance. Alan gave a subtle nod. It was time. From the mist of the nebula, a massive human warship slowly appeared. It moved with quiet precision, engines barely glowing. The aliens gasped as their sensors registered the vessel. Counselor Lurak's jaw tightened. This is impossible." The warship's hull was enormous, far larger than any freighter or cruiser the aliens had seen. Its surface was covered with angular plates, shields humming softly. Alien eyes widened in fear and confusion. The hidden ship had revealed itself with no aggression, no weapons fired, but the presence alone caused the Council to hesitate. Security Chief Velen shook his head. "This is no escort vessel. This is a warship, but how? Humans cannot build this. It is beyond their capability." Alan Brooks' voice came calmly over comms, broadcast across alien frequencies. We are here to protect our convoy. We do not wish to fight. Do not test us. The aliens scrambled, trying to analyze the ship. Their instruments could not fully scan it. The shield seemed adaptive, weapons were unidentifiable at this range, and the mass was far greater than their calculations allowed. Counselor Lurak and Velen exchanged alarmed looks. "It is too late to back down," Lurak said, her voice tense. "We cannot appear weak." She ordered several cruisers to move into a threatening formation around the human convoy. The aliens intended to fire warning shots, believing the humans would retreat. Alan stood silently, observing. Claire whispered, "Commander, they are preparing weapons. If they fire, we have no choice but to respond." Alan shook his head. "Not yet, only if civilians are hit." The alien cruisers advanced. The tension in space was thick, like a storm waiting to break. The human freighters continued calmly. The hidden warship loomed behind them, a silent guardian. Counselor Lurak watched the humans and felt a strange sensation. It was not fear, not yet, but uncertainty. "How can a species so small appear so confident?" she asked Velen. "It is confidence, yes," he said, eyes fixed on the sensor readings. "But it is not recklessness. They are calculating. Their technology, I do not understand it." The aliens underestimated humans for the last time. The warship continued to move forward, shields barely rippling, engines silent enough to make it almost invisible except for the faint glow along its hull. Every alien weapon operator adjusted their targeting, trying to detect the hidden systems that could strike at them. Minutes passed in tense silence. Alien pilots whispered among themselves, questioning whether to fire. Their council had never seen humans like this. Their small ships had already defied intimidation, and now a massive warship hovered silently, watching, waiting. Alan finally spoke, his voice calm but firm. "This convoy will continue on its course. Do not fire on our people." The words echoed in alien translation systems. The counselors did not understand fully, but the meaning was clear. Humans will not attack first, but they will respond if forced. The thought unsettled Lurak more than anything else. She had expected cowering, not courage. She had expected surrender, not discipline. The alien fleet held its fire, but unease spread. The humans had shown that size and weapon power alone could not intimidate them. A single warship, hidden until the right moment, had changed the balance. Even without firing a single shot, the humans had taken control of the encounter. Alan Brooks remained calm as he watched the alien ships flinch at the sight of his warship. Claire Morgan leaned closer and whispered, "Commander, they are afraid." Alan nodded slightly. "Good. Let them be. Fear is better than hatred, but respect is better still. We will teach them respect if they choose war, but only if necessary." The aliens began to retreat slightly, unsure of how to proceed. Counselor Lurak called for an emergency meeting of the fleet. Her usual confidence was gone. Velen's hands shook as he studied the sensors. "We misjudged them," he said quietly. "We thought humans were weak. We were wrong." The hidden human warship remained just out of sight, like a shadow watching over its convoy. Alan and Claire observed silently, knowing that the aliens had seen something they had never expected. Humans were not helpless. Humans were not simple. Humans were dangerous when necessary, and disciplined enough not to be reckless. For now, the encounter ended without violence, but the message was clear. Humans may appear small, but they carry power beyond understanding. The alien fleet would never forget this day, and the galaxy would remember it too, once word spread of the first human warship and the discipline it commanded. The convoy moved safely toward the mining colony. Alan's warship shadowed them, silent and still. Claire finally exhaled. They still don't understand, and they never will until they face it themselves. Alan looked ahead. "Let them learn at their own pace. Today was enough. Tomorrow we may not be so patient." The stars stretched ahead, calm and bright, as the alien council watched in disbelief. The humans had arrived. The galaxy would soon learn that underestimating them was a mistake. No one would repeat. The alien council retreated to a safe distance, but unease remained in the fleet. Counselor Lurak's voice was tense as she addressed her officers. "We cannot believe what we have seen. The humans, their ships are far larger and stronger than we expected. How can a species so small build such power?" Security Chief Velen slammed his clawed hand against the control panel. "It does not make sense. Even their freighters carry advanced defenses. Their escort, that warship, it is unlike anything we have ever studied. I refuse to believe they will fight recklessly." They must have more ships hidden, more tricks. Lurak studied the sensors, her eyes narrowing. Tricks or not, we cannot ignore them. Prepare the cruiser fleet. We will show them we are serious. We cannot appear weak again. If they do not comply, we fire warning shots. Far away, human Captain Nathan Cole observed the alien fleet from his bridge. He was younger than Alan Brooks, but he had already seen enough space encounters to know when an opponent misjudged humans. His ship, a smaller warship than Brooks' hidden vessel, followed protocol, staying just out of sensor range. Lieutenant Claire Morgan, still uneasy from the first encounter, spoke quietly. "Captain, the aliens are preparing weapons. Do we respond now?" Nathan shook his head. "Not yet. They have not attacked civilians. We do not fire first. Remember, our strength is discipline. We act only when necessary. Civilians first, diplomacy second, force last." Emma Taylor, one of the convoy pilots, tapped nervously on her console. "Sir, their energy signatures are changing. They are charging weapons toward us. Are they preparing to fire?" Nathan's expression did not change. "Watch carefully. They may be testing us. Stay calm. The moment they strike, we respond, but do not let them provoke fear. Fear is useless in space combat." Back on the alien fleet, Counselor Lurak had decided to send a warning barrage. "Let them see our power," she said. "We will not destroy them yet, but we will make them fear us. Aim carefully, disable nothing, but show force." The aliens unleashed a series of warning pulses. Glowing beams of energy streaked toward the human convoy, but they did not strike the ships. Instead, they hovered dangerously close, enough to rattle alien observers and human pilots alike. The humans adjusted shields and maintained calm formation. Not a single freighter deviated from its course. "They are not panicking," Velen said in disbelief. "How is that possible? Even the smallest human ship holds shields strong enough to deflect our pulses." Lurak clenched her hands. "They do not fight back, yet they do not retreat. Their discipline is unnatural. It is as if they expect an attack and are ready for it. We must be careful." Nathan Cole remained calm on his bridge. He observed the warning pulses pass near the freighters. "Good," he said softly. "Our shields held. They see the convoy is protected. Now they must understand we will not yield." Claire leaned closer to him. "Sir, if they fire directly at civilians, we will have no choice. They could destroy innocent lives in moments." Nathan nodded. "We know the risk. Stay ready. Act decisively if necessary. Remember, precision first, power second. We disable, not destroy. Civilians are priority." Emma watched the sensors, her face pale. "Sir, one of the cruisers is lining up directly at a transport. It looks like it will fire." Nathan's eyes narrowed. "Tell the transport to maintain course. Shields at maximum. Defensive systems ready." The alien council hesitated. Warning pulses had not provoked retreat, but now some of their captains felt anxious. One young alien officer whispered, "They do not fear us. Even when we aim at their civilians, they do not panic. They will fight if attacked, but they show no emotion. How is this possible?" Lurak heard the words and turned sharply. "Exactly. They are different, more dangerous than we assumed. Send a message, last warning. Do not fire unless necessary. The humans may have hidden strength we do not know." Nathan's comm system received the alien transmission almost immediately. He read the message aloud to his officers. "Last warning. Do not fire unless necessary. They may have hidden strength." Claire raised an eyebrow. "They are already scared of us." "This is just a warning, yet they admit we might have strength. They have no idea what we can really do." Nathan gave a small nod. "They are learning slowly. Do not underestimate patience. For humans, fighting is last resort. But if necessary, we are precise, fast, and effective. Remember this, Claire. Discipline wins." Minutes passed. The alien cruisers adjusted, some closer, some farther, trying to probe weaknesses. Their energy beams moved unpredictably, but the humans stayed calm, monitoring each threat. Emma tapped her console nervously again. "Sir, one cruiser is targeting the same transport. It is lining up to fire directly at civilians." Nathan sighed and pressed a button. "Defensive protocols now. Shields full, countermeasures ready. Mark the target. Do not fire unless forced. Let them see precision, not panic." The aliens fired. A blast streaked through space, fast and powerful. It collided with the defensive shields of the human transport. Energy arced across the hull, but the transport was unharmed. The convoy continued its course, calm and steady. Counselor Lurak's hands shook. "How is this possible? Their shields, they deflect our strongest energy beams. This should be impossible. We are trained to overwhelm defenses like these." Velen stared at his monitors, pale under his plating. The humans, they are not reckless. They let us attack first and survive. They do not respond yet. Their strength is hidden, but it is immense. Nathan watched silently as the alien beams struck and failed to damage the convoy. Good, he whispered. We are teaching them restraint. They may not realize it yet, but they are learning a lesson they will not forget. Claire looked at the hidden sensors that detected Brooks' warship behind them. Sir, Brooks' ship is still hidden. It could appear at any moment. They still do not know the full extent of our fleet. Nathan's lips curved faintly. They do not need to know everything, only enough to see that humans are disciplined and dangerous. That is lesson 1. Underestimate humans and you will regret it. The aliens exchanged messages frantically. Counselor Lurak tried to maintain control. All cruisers hold fire, report damage. Nothing is working. The humans, their defenses are beyond calculation. Velen groaned. They are disciplined, yes, but their tech, it is frightening. We cannot even scratch their ships. Our weapons are useless. Even warning shots fail. As the alien council debated, Alan Brooks' warship remained unseen, a shadow that could strike at any moment. He monitored the convoy, ready to protect civilians, but he had no intention of using full force yet. Discipline and control were the human advantage. The alien fleet began to retreat slightly, still cautious, still unwilling to fire directly at the humans. Counselor Lurak could not hide her fear. We expected submission, not this, resistance. What kind of species is this? Velen shook his head. A species that fights only when necessary, a species that is patient, and most dangerous of all, a species that is disciplined. Nathan spoke softly to Claire. Remember, humans do not fight to destroy, we fight to protect. The aliens have not realized this yet. Their pride will be the first thing we break without firing a single destructive shot. Emma exhaled, her tension easing slightly. Sir, the cruisers are pulling back. They seem unsure. We survived. Nathan nodded. Yes, but this is only the beginning. Let them learn that humans are not weak, but do not let them feel hatred. Lesson and respect must go together. We protect, we do not provoke. We respond, but only to defend. Counselor Lurak watched her fleet pull back, the alien energy beams stopping mid-space. Fear was visible in their gestures. Even the strongest officers, once confident, now hesitated. The humans had won a psychological battle without firing a single destructive shot. Velen finally spoke, his voice low and trembling. We misjudged them. We thought humans were fragile, weak, and submissive. We were wrong. Every calculation we made about them was wrong. The convoy continued slowly toward the mining colony, safe under the watchful presence of hidden warships. Alan Brooks finally allowed himself a brief smile. Humans had not fired, but they had protected civilians. The aliens had begun to understand that the humans were not reckless, not weak, and not simple. They were disciplined, precise, and prepared. Claire looked out at the stars, her face thoughtful. Sir, they still don't realize what we are capable of. They will regret it if they try again. Nathan nodded, eyes scanning the alien fleet. Yes, but we teach respect first. When they attack civilians, when they challenge our people, then we show power. Patience and precision are our weapons. The alien council would remember this encounter for years. They had witnessed humans defend without panic, respond without aggression, and survive attacks that should have destroyed them. Lesson 1 was clear. Humans were not to be underestimated, and their hidden strength would change how the galaxy saw them forever. The stars stretched ahead, calm but full of unspoken tension. The aliens knew humans were different. Humans were disciplined, dangerous, and patient. The galaxy had seen the first human warship, and the aliens were only beginning to understand what that meant. The alien fleet remained uneasy. Counselor Lurak paced in front of the main viewing panel, her hands clasped tightly. The human convoy continued toward the mining colony, shields steady, formation perfect. Warning shots had failed to provoke fear. The aliens could not believe it. They do not retreat, Velen muttered. His voice trembled. Even when we aimed directly at civilians, they did not panic. How can this be? How can a species survive so much and remain calm? Lurak frowned. They are not panicking because they are prepared. They wait for the right moment. They fight only when forced. And I fear they are stronger than we thought. On the bridge of Captain Nathan Cole's warship, sensors indicated one of the alien cruisers preparing to fire directly at a human freighter. Nathan leaned forward, eyes sharp. Claire, that cruiser is about to strike. Shields up, target tracking ready. We cannot let civilians be harmed. Lieutenant Claire Morgan tapped commands on her console. Sir, shields are at maximum. Defensive systems online. If they fire, we counter immediately. Emma Taylor's hands were steady on the helm, but her voice was tense. Sir, they are lining up another energy beam. It will hit Transport 3 if we do not act. Nathan nodded. Do not panic. Allow their shot to lock. Then we respond. Precision first. Fire only when forced. The alien cruiser fired. A bright beam of energy streaked toward the freighter. It struck the shield, rippling across the hull. Sparks of energy danced harmlessly on the surface. The freighter's shields held firm, absorbing the impact without damage. Claire let out a small breath. It held. We are fine. Nathan did not relax. Good, but do not celebrate yet. They may test us again. Wait for pattern. Study their behavior. Back on the alien cruiser, panic had begun to spread among the crew. Sensors indicated the freighter shields absorbed full-strength energy blasts. Counselor Lurak's voice rang in the comm system. Why do they not fear us? Our weapons are stronger than anything we have ever used, yet they do not falter. They are different. Security Chief Velen growled. We misjudged them. Humans are disciplined, but more than that, they are precise. They do not waste energy or movement. They strike only when necessary. We cannot predict them. Suddenly, from the shadow of the nebula, a second human warship emerged. It was massive, far larger than the convoy's escorts, and its presence alone caused alien sensors to glitch. Alan Brooks' vessel moved slowly forward, shields humming softly, engines barely glowing. Lurak's eyes widened. What is that? How did we not detect it before? Velen's claws shook. It was hidden all along. The humans had a warship concealed behind their convoy, and now it is in position. We underestimated them completely. Alan's voice came over open channels, calm and precise. We do not wish to fight. Stop firing on civilians or we will respond. This is your last warning. The aliens hesitated. Counselor Lurak looked at her officers. We have never faced a species that gives warning with such confidence. They do not threaten recklessly. Yet they are far stronger than our cruisers. How can this be? One of the alien captains whispered. They are patient. They do not act unless forced. They are intelligent, too intelligent for us to bluff. Nathan Cole observed the hidden warship's movements. Claire, they are confused. Their energy systems are overloaded trying to track Brooks' vessel. They are not ready for it. Stay calm. Do not fire unless civilians are threatened. The aliens adjusted, moving their cruisers closer to the convoy. They fired another series of warning shots, trying to probe defenses to see if humans would panic. Each shot struck the freighter's shields and rebounded. Alien officers could not believe it. Our strongest beams fail, Velen said, eyes wide. Even our warning shots are ineffective. They are prepared. Their defenses, it is not just technology. It is discipline, strategy, and patience. We cannot fight recklessly against them. Lurak took a deep breath. We will not appear weak. Order our cruisers to disable their systems. Hit engines, shields, weapons. Stop them before they reach the colony. The first shots targeted a freighter. Sparks flew, but the shields absorbed the blasts. A second shot disabled the alien targeting system briefly as it tried to adjust for the hidden warship. Panic spread among the alien crews. Their calculations failed to account for disciplined humans. Alan Brooks gave a single command. Activate countermeasures. Disable their weapons, not their ships. Protect civilians. Energy pulses from the hidden warship struck alien cruisers with precision. Shields were penetrated, but no ships were destroyed. Weapons systems overloaded. Consoles exploded quietly, systems shut down. Alien crews scrambled to regain control, realizing their strongest ships were neutralized without casualties. Claire watched in awe. Sir, they are falling one by one. Our discipline, it works. Nathan observed. Good, this is what humans do. We strike with purpose, we do not destroy unnecessarily. Discipline, precision, protection first. Counselor Lurak tried to rally her officers. Pull back, withdraw before more ships are disabled. But it was too late. The aliens had already learned the lesson. Humans were not reckless warriors, but careful and deadly. Even their largest vessels could be neutralized quickly by focused, precise action. They are not fighting with anger, Velen said, eyes scanning the holographic display. They do not destroy what they do not need to. They are terrifying in control. Alan Brooks addressed the alien council over open channels. This convoy will continue to the mining colony. We do not attack unless fired upon. You may leave peacefully if you wish. Respect humans or face consequences. The aliens hesitated. For the first time in galactic history, they faced a species that could neutralize ships without destroying them, that fought only to defend, and that displayed patience, control, and intelligence far beyond expectation. Lurak's voice trembled. How can they be so disciplined? They are not emotional, they do not panic. They are different, far different than we imagined. Velen growled low. We underestimated them, every calculation, every strategy, every prediction wrong. Humans are not weak, they are precise, careful, and deadly when forced. We cannot fight recklessly against them. Nathan watched the disabled alien ships drift helplessly. Claire, Lesson 2, humans protect first, attack only when necessary. This is what makes them dangerous. Never attack a human if you wish to survive. Claire nodded, understanding. They will never forget this. Their pride is broken but not destroyed. They will respect humans from now on. Emma exhaled. Sir, the convoy is safe. All freighters are unharmed. The aliens, they are retreating. Nathan smiled faintly. Good. Mission success without unnecessary destruction. Humans fight with purpose and discipline wins. Never forget this lesson. Back on the alien fleet, Counselor Lurak convened emergency communications. All cruisers report status. We underestimated humans. We must withdraw and reconsider. Do not provoke them further. We cannot risk another engagement. Velen shook his head. We have faced their hidden warship, their discipline, their precision. Even without anger, without emotion, they control space like we never imagined. We cannot fight them. Not yet, and perhaps never. Alan Brooks observed quietly. The convoy continued, shields up, engines steady. Brooks' warship faded behind the nebula again, unseen but ready. Humans had protected civilians, disabled enemy ships, and won without escalating violence. Nathan Cole reflected on the encounter. Lesson 3. Humans are dangerous because they fight only when necessary and always with control. They do not panic. They do not destroy unless forced. This is why the galaxy misjudges us. This is why humans survive against all odds. Claire Morgan nodded. And the aliens will not forget. They underestimated humans and they paid for it with their pride, even without fatalities. Emma's voice was quiet. Sir, they will spread the news. This encounter, it will be remembered. Nathan looked out at the stars. Yes, it will. Humans are not weak. Humans are disciplined. Humans protect what is theirs. Let the galaxy learn. Let the aliens learn. They will respect humans, or they will regret the day they underestimated us. The convoy moved steadily toward the mining colony, shields shimmering under the distant starlight. The disabled alien ships floated silently behind, a reminder of what humans could do with discipline and precision. The galaxy would remember the day humans responded without anger, fought without destruction, and won without fear. And far in the shadows, Alan Brooks' warship remained unseen, calm, and ready. The humans had made their point. The aliens would never forget it. The galaxy would never forget it. Humans were not weak. Humans were not reckless. Humans were precise, and humans had shown their first real power. The stars stretched on, calm but filled with unspoken tension. Humans had arrived in force, but their force was unlike any the galaxy had known. Discipline, strategy, and control were the weapons of humanity, and any who challenged them would soon learn the cost. The alien council retreated to a safer region of space, but unease had settled deep among their ranks. Counselor Lurak paced before the main view panel, her skin paler than usual under the cabin lights. The image of the human convoy and the hidden warship burned in her mind. The aliens had expected weakness, fear, and submission. Instead, they had seen discipline, control, and power beyond imagination. Security Chief Velen tapped the holographic display repeatedly, eyes wide. We cannot fight them, he said quietly. Their technology, their precision, their discipline, even our strongest ships were disabled without a single one being destroyed. This species is terrifying in its control. Lurak's tentacles twitched with unease. We must consider diplomacy. If we push humans again, we risk full destruction. Their warning was clear, precise, and final. They fight only when necessary, but if provoked, they can neutralize an entire fleet. Other alien officers murmured among themselves, fearful and confused. Some could not hide their shame. They had underestimated a species they thought fragile. Now they knew humans were not only capable of survival, but capable of teaching lessons the hard way. Far ahead, the human convoy moved steadily toward the mining colony. Shields shimmered softly, and the hidden warship shadowed them like a silent guardian. Captain Nathan Cole observed the alien fleet through sensors, noting their retreat, but he did not relax. He knew that fear alone was not enough. Respect was the goal. Lieutenant Claire Morgan leaned over the console. "Sir, they are still scanning us. Some ships are powering weapons, others are just observing. They are unsure how to respond." Nathan nodded. "Good, let them think. Humans teach by example. We respond to aggression, but we do not provoke. Let the aliens see restraint and discipline. That is more powerful than destruction." Emma Taylor, piloting one of the freighters, glanced at the hidden warship's position on sensors. "Sir, the warship is still hidden. They cannot detect it fully, yet its presence seems to control the alien fleet." Nathan smiled faintly. "That is the advantage of discipline and concealment. They fear what they do not see, and they respect what they cannot overcome. Patience, Claire. Patience and control are weapons humans use better than anything else." Back on the alien council ship, Lurek convened an emergency meeting. Officers crowded around the holographic table, their faces pale. "We underestimated humans," Lurek said firmly. "Their fleet is small, yes, but their technology, strategy, and discipline make them a threat we cannot ignore. We must reassess all interactions with them." Velen tapped a panel frantically. "We were foolish to assume they would surrender. We fired warning shots at civilians, and they did not retaliate. Then, one warship appeared from hiding. It disabled our weapons with surgical precision. No casualties, no destruction, yet we are shaken to our cores. This is a species that calculates every move and strikes only when necessary. We cannot fight them openly." Lurek exhaled. "We must send a delegation, a formal apology, and we must request talks under human terms. If we provoke them again, it may not end peacefully." In the human convoy, Alan Brooks observed alien communication channels. He saw the council requesting a truce. His face remained calm. He understood the message. Humans had won without a single destructive strike. Discipline had secured peace. Nathan Cole considered the request. "Claire, they seek talks. We grant them, but we dictate terms. Humans negotiate from strength, not fear. Make it clear they respect civilians, human territory, and treaties." Claire nodded. "Understood, sir. They have learned fear. Now we teach respect." The aliens, hesitant but desperate, approached with open communication. Counselor Lurak's voice trembled slightly in the comm channel. "Humans, we apologize. Our actions were reckless. We misjudged your strength. We seek a meeting to resolve this peacefully." Alan Brooks' voice came calm and measured. "Your apology is accepted. We will meet. But know this, humans protect their own and act with discipline. Aggression will not be tolerated. Respect must be mutual." Lurek bowed slightly in acknowledgement. "We understand. Humans are different than any species we have met. We will follow your guidance." The alien fleet maintained a safe distance as humans escorted the convoy. Alien officers whispered among themselves, realizing their calculations had been entirely wrong. Humans had not destroyed ships, yet had controlled the situation completely. Discipline and restraint had imposed human will on an entire alien fleet. On the human warship, Alan Brooks spoke to his crew. "Lesson learned, humans win without destruction if necessary. Our discipline and patience are our greatest weapons. Never forget it. One misstep, one act of aggression, and they could have faced destruction, but we choose protection first." Claire Morgan nodded. "It is remarkable. They expected fear, they expected surrender. And instead they were met with calm, precision, and strategy. We teach respect without hatred, discipline without anger." Emma Taylor smiled faintly. "Sir, the aliens are already sending reports back to their home systems. They will tell their leaders what happened. Humans will be respected across multiple sectors before we even arrive." Nathan chuckled. "Yes, that is the effect of disciplined action. One encounter can change perception of an entire species. Humans do not need to conquer. We need only show capability and restraint." The aliens convened again to discuss what had occurred. Counselor Lurak addressed her officers. "Every fleet officer must review this encounter. Humans are not weak, reckless, or simple. They are precise, patient, and capable of controlling space like no species before. Our pride was broken by their discipline. We must respect them." Velen rubbed his plating nervously. "We underestimated humans in every way. Our projections, our calculations, our strategies all failed. The lesson is clear. Humans fight only when necessary, but when they do, they are unstoppable. Far away, Nathan Cole and Alan Brooks coordinated the convoy's approach to the mining colony. Shields remained active, sensors alert. Humans moved with calm authority, fully aware of alien observation. Every freighter and warship followed protocol, demonstrating discipline to both civilians and aliens. Claire whispered, "Sir, they are observing our every move. They will record this for analysis." "Every step we take is a lesson for them," Nathan nodded. "Exactly. Humans win respect with calm precision. Show power only when needed, protect when necessary, negotiate with clarity. That is how we maintain control. The aliens must respect us, not out of fear, but understanding of our discipline." Emma's voice broke the silence softly. "Sir, the mining colony sensors indicate safe approach. No hostile activity detected. The aliens have withdrawn completely." Nathan allowed a small smile. "Good, let them learn. Discipline has won and we protect civilians. They will remember this day as a lesson in respect. Humans are not reckless. Humans are not weak. Humans are careful and capable." On the alien council ship, Counselor Lurak spoke to her officers. "We will report the incident. Humans are not to be underestimated. They fight only when necessary, but their precision and discipline make them a formidable species. Respect is required, or the consequences will be severe." Velen's hands shook. "We will never forget this. One small convoy, one hidden warship, yet they controlled our fleet completely. We cannot fight them openly. Their strategy, patience, and control are beyond our understanding. The galaxy must learn to respect humans." Back on the human side, Alan Brooks monitored the alien fleet's retreat. "They are cautious now. They know our discipline, our precision, and our commitment to protection. Humans do not attack recklessly, but if needed, we are unstoppable." Claire nodded. "They will tell their systems. Every fleet officer, every council member will hear what happened. Humans win respect without destruction, yet they show power clearly. They cannot ignore it." Emma smiled. "Sir, the mining colony is safe. The convoy will arrive without incident. Humans have demonstrated strength, discipline, and protection. This encounter will be remembered across the stars." Nathan looked ahead at the stars, calm but resolute. "Yes, and when humans are peaceful, it is because we choose it. When we must fight, we end conflicts efficiently and with precision. Discipline, strategy, and protection define humanity. The galaxy will know it now." The convoy moved steadily, escorted by human warships, while the alien fleet maintained distance, transmitting reports back to home systems. The humans had imposed discipline without aggression, won respect without destruction, and taught a lesson the galaxy would never forget. Counselor Lurak's voice was quiet in the final communication. "Humans, they are unlike any species we have met. Their patience and precision are terrifying. We have underestimated them for the last time. Respect is necessary, or we face consequences we cannot survive." Velen added, "Never again will we assume humans are weak. Their discipline is their weapon. Their precision is unmatched. Their control is absolute. The galaxy will learn it soon enough." Alan Brooks allowed himself a brief moment of satisfaction. Humans had won not through destruction, but through discipline, strategy, and protection. The aliens now understood that humans were dangerous not because of anger, but because of controlled power and careful decision-making. Claire whispered softly, "Sir, they will never forget this day. They feared us, but now they will respect us. The galaxy will know the lesson of human discipline." Nathan looked out at the stars. "Let the galaxy learn. Humans fight only when necessary. Humans protect first. Humans act with precision. This is the strength the universe must respect." And so, the alien fleets withdrew, reporting their misjudgment. The humans continued to escort the convoy safely to the mining colony. The galaxy had witnessed the lesson. Humans were not weak, humans were not reckless, and humans, when disciplined and precise, were unstoppable. The alien council had returned to their home system, still shaken by the encounter with humans. Counselor Lurak stood before a large gathering of fleet commanders. Her voice, calm but firm, carried across the chamber. "We have witnessed humans for the first time in real combat conditions. Our assumptions were wrong. They are not weak. They are not reckless. They are disciplined, precise, and patient beyond anything we have seen. We must treat them with respect." Security Chief Velen, still uneasy, added, "Our strongest ships were disabled without a single human casualty. Their warship moved unseen, controlled our actions, and protected civilians while demonstrating unmatched precision. We cannot underestimate them, ever again." Other council members nodded quietly. The room was heavy with the realization that the humans had rewritten what the galaxy thought possible. Fleets would have to rethink strategies, treaties would have to be reconsidered, and diplomacy would have to respect human strength. Far away, the human convoy continued safely toward the mining colony. Shields shimmered softly under distant stars, and the hidden warship remained close, silently protecting the transports. Captain Nathan Cole observed the alien fleet's retreat through sensors. He allowed himself a small smile. Discipline had achieved what force alone could not. Humans had won respect without destruction. Lieutenant Claire Morgan leaned over the console. "Sir, the aliens are communicating rapidly. Reports are being sent to home systems. The galaxy will know of this encounter soon. Humans will be respected across multiple sectors before the convoy even arrives." Nathan nodded. "Good. Our example teaches more than words ever could. Humans fight to protect, not to destroy. They act with precision, patience, and strategy. Let the galaxy learn this lesson clearly. The aliens must know respect before fear becomes necessary." Emma Taylor, piloting one of the freighters, watched her instruments carefully. "Sir, the convoy is near the mining colony. All systems stable. The aliens are no longer following closely. They are sending messages to headquarters." Nathan looked out at the stars. "Let them report accurately. Humans do not lie about our discipline, our power, or our intentions. We protect what is ours. We respond when necessary. The galaxy must understand this clearly." The humans arrived at the mining colony without incident. Civilians greeted the convoy with relief, unaware of the tension that had spread across alien space. Alan Brooks' warship remained behind, scanning for any hidden threats. The humans had shown power, but they had shown protection first. Lieutenant Claire Morgan spoke softly. "Sir, they have seen only part of our strength. Brooks' warship remains hidden." "The aliens are still cautious. They have not forgotten." Nathan nodded. "Exactly. Humans do not need to reveal everything to command respect. Discipline, strategy, and restraint are more powerful than a full display of force. They will remember this lesson longer than any battle." Back in alien space, Counselor Lurak communicated with her fleets. "We will revise treaties with humans immediately. Their strength must be acknowledged. No further demands will be made without negotiation under human terms. We will respect their technology, their discipline, and their people." Security Chief Velen muttered to a fellow officer. "We underestimated them. Even our proudest fleets were humbled. Every calculation we made about humans was wrong. They fight only when necessary, yet they control the outcome completely. We must respect them." The alien fleets withdrew fully, leaving human space unchallenged for the time being. Word of the encounter spread rapidly across their systems. Alien historians, strategists, and diplomats all recorded the lessons of the day. Humans were not weak, humans were precise, humans were disciplined, and humans fought only to protect. In human space, Alan Brooks observed the mining colony. The civilians were safe, and the convoy had arrived intact. He spoke quietly to Lieutenant Claire Morgan. "Today humans showed the galaxy what discipline and precision can do. We won respect without destruction, without anger, without unnecessary conflict." "That is the strength of humanity," Claire nodded. "Sir, the aliens will report this to every system they know. Humans are no longer underestimated. They will respect us or they will regret misjudging us." Emma Taylor smiled faintly. "Sir, the colony is functioning. Supplies are offloaded safely. Our mission is complete. The aliens cannot interfere without knowing the cost." Nathan Cole allowed himself a rare moment of pride. "Discipline, strategy, protection, these are our weapons. Humans do not seek conflict, but we are prepared. Let the galaxy remember that humans fight only when necessary, and always with precision." The Alien Council continued internal communications. Counselor Lurak addressed the fleets again. "We will issue formal apologies for the reckless approach toward the human convoy. We will send delegations to open negotiations. Humans are not only capable fighters, but they also demand respect and discipline. We must learn from this." Velen muttered quietly. "Our pride was broken but not destroyed. We were humbled by discipline. The humans teach by their actions, not their words. We will respect them, or the consequences will be severe." In the months that followed, alien academies studied the encounter. Fleets trained with new strategies, knowing that humans could appear small and peaceful, yet remain capable of controlling space with hidden precision. Humans became a standard of discipline, strategy, and patience in galactic training programs. On the human side, Alan Brooks and Nathan Cole prepared new convoys, ensuring protection of civilians and territories. Their warships remained hidden strategically, teaching lessons quietly. Humans had achieved peace, but they had also imposed respect across alien systems without firing unnecessary shots. Claire Morgan reflected quietly. "Sir, the galaxy now knows humans are dangerous, not because of anger, but because of discipline. They cannot ignore us. Respect is now guaranteed, and war would be costly to any who challenge us." Nathan nodded. "Exactly. Humans fight to protect, not to destroy. We act with precision. Patience is our weapon, and discipline is our shield. This is why humans survive, why humans win respect, and why the galaxy must remember the lesson of the first human warship." Emma Taylor added softly, "Sir, when humans appear peaceful, it is by choice. They do not provoke, they protect, and when necessary, they act decisively. The galaxy will never forget what happened." Alan Brooks allowed himself a small smile. "Humans are not reckless. Humans are careful. Humans fight only when necessary, but when they do, they win. The aliens learned this, and now the galaxy knows it too." In alien space, formal communications began. Treaties were rewritten. Mining rights were negotiated under human terms. Alien fleets respected human convoys and avoided aggression. Historians recorded the first encounter as the moment the galaxy learned that humans were different, disciplined, and not to be underestimated. Counselor Lurak spoke in a final report to her fleet. "Humans are a species that acts with control, precision, and patience. They fight only when necessary, and they protect their own. We underestimated them, and we have learned the hard way. Respect is required. Humans are now equal in all matters of space negotiation and defense." Velen nodded grimly. "Never again will humans be treated as weak or simple. Their discipline makes them formidable. Their patience makes them unstoppable. Their precision makes them feared. We will remember this lesson for generations." Back on the human side, Alan Brooks looked out at the stars. "Discipline and protection won today. Humans did not need to destroy. Humans did not need to provoke. Our strength lies in control, strategy, and precision. The galaxy has learned it, and humanity will continue to be respected." Claire Morgan smiled. "Sir, the aliens will think twice before challenging humans again. Our presence, our actions, our discipline, it is enough to command respect without a single act of unnecessary violence." Emma Taylor added, "Sir, the colony is fully operational. Our convoy completed its mission safely. Humans demonstrated power, patience, and discipline. The galaxy knows our lesson now." Nathan Cole's voice was calm and firm. "Humans fight to protect. Humans act with precision. Humans maintain discipline. Let the galaxy remember, underestimate humanity and regret will follow, but respect humanity and peace is possible. Today we have ensured both." Alan Brooks' warship remained in the shadows, a silent guardian, symbol of the lesson taught. Humans had shown restraint, protected civilians, and won respect across the stars. The galaxy would remember the first human warship and the careful, disciplined, unstoppable species that commanded it. As stars stretched endlessly across the void, the human convoy moved safely, the mining colony was secure, and the aliens had learned a lesson that would shape galactic history. Humans were not reckless. Humans were disciplined. Humans were precise. Humans fought only when necessary, and the universe had witnessed it all. The lesson was clear. Humans protect first, act with control, and win with precision. The galaxy now knew that to challenge humanity would be to challenge discipline itself, and no one could face such power unprepared. Peace settled over the stars, but the respect for humans was permanent. The galaxy would never forget the first human warship, the calm but deadly discipline it represented, and the species that wielded it wisely.